Today is one of those days where I get to be selfish and talk about what I want to talk about. And today, I want to talk about Pikmin. Now you may be asking yourself, what the fuck is a Pikmin? Well, Pikmin is the critically acclaimed video game series from Nintendo. The first game dropped all the way back in 2001 for the GameCube, and although its sequel also came out for the GameCube, both were eventually re-released for the Wii in 2009. The third game in the series, Pikmin 3, came out in 2013 for the Wii U. Now I'm sure you're asking yourself another question. What the is the Wii U? Well, the Wii U was the console Nintendo made in between the Wii and the Switch that they really want you to forget about. I know this because Nintendo keeps porting all of the Wii U's titles onto the Switch, removing any reason to keep this thing around. Now, the Pikmin games are the main ones that, to this day, bring me to turn on my Wii U. But that seems to be changing with Nintendo releasing Pikmin 3 Deluxe on Switch. Since the demo dropped recently, I thought I'd take a look and get some first impressions. Yeah, this game came out like 2013, I believe, so it's been a minute since we've gotten a Pikmin game. And instead of giving us Pikmin 4, Nintendo decided to re-release Pikmin 3 for the Switch, but it's Deluxe now. And this demo is our first look at the game, and we're gonna play it, because why not? Story recommended, mission and story, so we'll check out the story. One player. Oh, flex. Flex. So, in the original Pikmin 3, you got one save file, and if you wanted to play the game again, you kind of just had to delete a save. You had to just start the game over and erase everything. So this screen immediately is a flex.
Galactic date 20.
Plot.
The planet's name? Kopai. Due to a booming population, booming appetites, and a basic lack of planning, Kopai's inhabitants have all but exhausted.
Insert joke about current state of world here.
To their dismay, the search is proving fruitless.
Get it?
But as they initiate the landing sequence,
Well, it wouldn't quite be a Pikmin game without a crash landing, would it?
horribly wrong.
Well, that didn't take long, did it? Why, I never would have guessed. Ooh, okay, if you get stuck in story mode, press up to view strategy hint. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh, what? Come on. Wait. What the heck? Okay, we'll sort this out later. Can I change the control? Yes. Yes, we can. Okay. I'm guessing it's not gonna let me control the camera, and I think B being the whistle button in gyro mode is disgusting, but whatever. So I'm playing with the two Joy-Cons independently of each other so I can simulate playing this game on the Wii, which is, in my opinion, the superior way to play a Pikmin game. And it's pretty close. Oh no. Oh, where is my cursor? Oh my god, the thing is so off axis. I'm holding this at such a bad angle. Okay, let's get the God, come on. Oh. I can't control the pointer. This thing has just completely gone off the... Oh. Making me play like I'm a GameCube player. Better look for another... Wow, that is actually really disappointing. Holy crap. Like, I knew that using the Joy-Con as a Wiimote substitute was gonna be kind of iffy, but... Man, that is really disappointing. That is insulting. Wait, I still can use the Joy-Con. So even if you're in stick mode for the cursor, you can still control it with the Joy-Con, and the stick actually seems to be a decent way to reset the position of your gyro? Well, the crash landing didn't kill you, so Death said another way then. He is elegance. He is grace. He is Alf in your face. Okay, let's see. Well, God, keep going. You may just encounter a rather curious creature. That's right there. How hard is that? There's nowhere else for the player to go. That hint is... Oh my God, it's still going. And I can't disable this. Like, I can't get rid of this. It's just there. And what's that stuck in the branch? I don't know, but it looks like it has a name that is in no way related to its appearance. I can lock on with Z. Oh, that's gross. That's the camera button? I'm not sure how to feel about the controls, but I am not feeling positive about it. Oh, Copad, you poor bastard. Why can't I get rid of the hints? Yeah, if you don't see a way forward, look for yeah, what else am I supposed to do? Thankfully in this game, you don't have to be as precise with the pointer as in previous Pikmin games because the auto detection in this game is way better than Pikmin's 1 and 2. Wait, does it tell... In the original version, you would access your Copad via your Wii U gamepad, ideally. You had the option of not using the gamepad, but the gamepad pretty much made the game playable. And what I'm seeing here is that that's a new signal. That wasn't in the original. So it tells you where the enemies are now. God, the Copad is just not meant to function without a second screen. What? Get more pick. Oh my God. Listen, in terms of holding your hand, I think Pikmin 3 is like super ridiculous with how much the game feels the need to hold your hand. But this version feels like it's doing it even worse, because did Pikmin 3 really need a hint system? Like, I don't think this is that difficult a game. It's actually it's easily the easiest Pikmin game. This thing here. That item. This item is why a hint system doesn't make sense for this game. You collect it. Pikminology number 1. The onion is like a nest for the Pikmin. It gives birth to them and provides them with shelter. First of all, that thing looks nothing like an onion. So, you have exploration notes, and look, they already explain things about controls and using the radar and just how Pikmin work. Pretty much anything you would ever want to know about Pikmin is under these. So, I ask, what is the point of this hint feature down there? It's not neat, it's kind of redundant. Okay, more. Adjust POV, LR, normal, reverse, hint display, off. Okay, so yeah, we can turn it off just fine. But again, I ask, what is the point of it? Having experienced the way the Joy-Cons handled the game and the hint system that they implemented, I was a bit unsure of whether or not this was going to be a good game. And needless to say, things didn't get better by the second day. I think locking on isn't working how... No, you just hold X. It doesn't lock on to anything. You just point the direction they are to charge, and then they go that direction. That is so weird. Oh, okay. Okay, now as far as I am concerned, I don't think they can kill Pikmin right away. You have to like really suck and really let them sit there for a minute for them to kill people. So yeah, rock Pikmin. They bear the most power upon their initial impact against something. Now, my question is, if ZR is lock on, how do you switch them? That's how you dismiss the... Oh. Oh my. Okay. I guess to switch Pikmin types, you tap L and R. Like, that's fine. It's okay. I don't know why I don't know. It's hard to explain why the controls feel so freaking weird with the Joy-Cons. Like, there should be the definitive way to play this. There, we got Brittany back. Yay, oh my god. Throw her, bro. Okay. Okay. That's how you switch captains, is pressing. So how can you switch captains? Wait. No, seriously. Do I have to throw him? Oh no, no, there's no way. Oh my god, they actually fixed it. Okay, so in the original version, you could watch each fruit get juiced individually, but you could also speed through it. And when you did it in the Wii version, it looked terrible. Once again, I found myself baffled at the design choices the game had made, and so I'd figured, what's the worst that could possibly happen? I'm sure by day 3, I'll have finalized my opinion on things, and maybe I'll come out of the end of this thinking positively about the game. No, that wasn't what happened. Okay, so the charge function in this game is completely ruined because they changed how you lock onto things. Now watch this. Instead of pressing minus like a sane person to switch captains, because remember, that brings up the co-pad, you have to... God, that's so slow. Yes, I'm well aware. See, I have to charge twice. Because in this game you can't charge everyone at once. Like, okay, situationally speaking, yeah, it is nice to only send in one group of Pikmin at a time, but I could just dismiss them and then call them. Like, it's not, like, I prefer that. Oh, no, I didn't mean to trigger the cutscene. Okay. Okay, why did they not fix the cycles on this? That was another really annoying thing about this game in particular, was that bosses had to be killed in cycles greater than 1. Because you see, Mans was holding on with the littlest bit of health that entire time. But of course, that does not matter. I'm sorry, can Morb not carry that? They can't. Wait, why can't... That has to be a demo thing. There's no way they're not going to let me carry past max. By that I mean, like, yeah, I need 10 Pikmin to carry that phone, but I can put more Pikmin on that, as in a number higher than 10, and it'll go faster. And usually the cap is like either twice the amount to carry or 1.5 times the amount to carry. I'm hoping that's just a quirk of like this demo, and that's not how this actually goes, because that would be really weird if that was the case. I think it's time to end the day. But at least we get this big old dragon fruit. It's still weird seeing the fruit get juiced at such a high frame rate. I got the chills. You can now fight the armored Monad in a defeat bosses mission. So yeah, there's a side mode where you can like fight bosses in the game and try to beat them as fast as you can. And okay, this concludes the demo. Okay. As a bonus, you can play some... Oh, as a bonus for defeating the armored mod, some extra missions and ultra spicy difficulty will be unlocked in the full version when I import my save data. Okay, well, I already pre-ordered the game, so I guess that's it. Okay, so yeah, you can do mission. And we can do the... Will be available in the full version. Can't do that yet. Battle enemies will be available in the full version. Collect treasure. You get access to the first mission, and I think this is the only one you get access to. Which, fine by me. Basically, the version of this game is kinda like a... Okay. That guy was about to get eaten. Thankfully that didn't happen. That would have been real tragic if my first death ever was in mission mode. They're so close to finishing. They got one piece. Oh my god. Oh. Do that. And then... Well, that's about it. Did we barely get gold? Let's see. Okay, I'll take gold. Continue to finish the stage. Clear all of stages to unlock it. Okay, that's new. An after hours mode. Okay, this is interesting. You don't get platinum, but you get to finish. Okay, that took 36 seconds. Well, that's sort of... I guess it's like a stamp of shame. This concludes the demo. So yeah, what you saw was my live reaction to things as I played the demo for the first time. And needless to say, I'm a bit concerned for this game when it comes out. Now, my main issue is the controls. Now, if you play with the Pro Controller and you play the game as if you're playing the older GameCube versions, I'm sure it'll be fine. But that's not how I play my Pikmin games personally. The best way to control the game of Pikmin is with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. And I say this because when you play with the Pro Controller or GameCube controller, the pointer, that is the thing you use to throw the Pikmin, is tied to your player controls. As in, both are controlled with the same thing, the left stick. With the pointer system, you're able to move and point independently. Meaning you can, say for example, throw a Pikmin and aim where you're going to throw it without having to walk. Which, believe it or not, comes in handy quite a bit. The other control related things that kind of confuse me are just things related to how they laid out the buttons specifically for the gyro mode. For instance, the way you dismiss Pikmin is so slow. And it doesn't help that they also tied the way in which you switch captains to the dismiss controls. Meaning you have to hold the Y button, and then once that menu pops up, select either the captain you want to switch to, or if you want to dismiss your group. In the Wii U version, to dismiss your Pikmin, you just shook the nunchuck, and then to switch captains, you just pressed the minus button. Way simpler. Also, the charge function. This is where we get into things more specific to Pikmin 3, mind you. In the original Pikmin games, when you wanted to charge Pikmin onto something, the most you could do was just point to where you wanted them to go, and then they would just go in that direction. If there was an enemy there, just latch onto it. In Pikmin 3, they replaced that with the charge system, which is a really cool thing. In the Wii U version, you could lock onto something, which would bring up a screen telling you what that item was, and then you simply shook the nunchuck, and the Pikmin, all your Pikmin, would attack the target, be it a wall, an item to carry, or an enemy. In this version, you can't lock on to anything. I tried. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but the way that I would think you would lock onto something, being the button that already locks onto things, ZR, doesn't work. Does not work. So to charge onto things, you have to press the X button, hold the X button, and then just point. It's basically gone back to the original way you would charge onto things in the first two games, but with less fluidity. Also, the fact that you can't charge all your guys at once is ridiculously stupid. I wish I could just charge all of them at once, as opposed to having to charge for each group of Pikmin that I want to send out. Another thing about the game that is more a minor complaint, but still something worth addressing, I guess, is the hint system. Now, here's the thing. In the video with my live commentary, I say that, oh, there's already the data file system, so the hint system is just repetitive, but I didn't explain what I meant by that. One of the major criticisms of Pikmin 3 by fans of the game series is that the data files were pretty much useless. They never conveyed information that was worth conveying and worth stopping your game to show you. They kind of just explain things that were redundant, like either how to move the character or what a Pikmin was. And the main point raised with that discussion was that the data files should have conveyed more useful information to the player. My main criticism of the hint system and the data file existing at the same time is that why have both when you could just fix the data files? I would much rather you make the data files more useful than keep the same useless data files and have a hint system that holds your hands in ways that is just not needed. This sort of brings me to my main issue with Pikmin 3 Deluxe existing, that being the fact that it doesn't seem to be initially justifying its existence. As in, why do we need a deluxe version of Pikmin 3? We don't. Just by playing this demo by itself, I see no reason why I should play the Switch version over the Wii U version. In my opinion, the Wii U version still has the best controls. This control layout that you're seeing, while yeah, you will look like the biggest dork ever playing the game, it's the best way to play the game. It's the best control scheme. It's the best, most comfortable way to experience Pikmin 3. And the Switch version doesn't seem to be offering anything noteworthy to replace that. Which leads me into my next point. When I saw this game get announced, I was a bit skeptical because what I was hoping for in terms of announcements regarding Pikmin was either Nintendo saying, hey, we're working on Pikmin 4, or that Nintendo was going to port all 3 Pikmin games at once onto the Switch. We know now that they can totally do this because of Mario 3D All-Stars. Not only does that game prove that Nintendo can port Wii games to the Switch, but it also shows that Nintendo has no problem bundling a bunch of A-class games into one package, if you will. So what concerns me is what they're planning on doing with the first 2 games and how they're going to port those, because as of now, we're only getting Pikmin 3. And so far, I've heard no recent updates in regards to Pikmin 4, so we're kind of just stuck with Pikmin 3 Deluxe for now. And yeah, given my complaints I just said earlier, not looking too good.